Good morning, and welcome to Daily Walking number 6, I believe. So yesterday, I didn't break my record. My record in walking is probably something like 25,000 steps in a day. And that was when I was moving, because it was an all-day long thing of picking stuff up, putting it in my car, driving it to my new place, driving back, picking more stuff up, etc. Yesterday started off slow, much like today's kind of starting off slow. Doing the walk around the block. It's only going to get me about 3,000 steps. But then I had to go to the store to get something, so I walked over. And towards the end of the day, I had a little bit of a problem. My phone, which had been exhibiting some odd behaviors, suddenly I keep not my entire music collection on my phone, but a good half of it, the stuff I tend to listen to more often, and then I can put it on shuffle, and it's more like listening to an actual radio station, but with stuff I want to listen to, unlike some of the actual radio stations that are just a music system on shuffle. All of a sudden, only like 2 albums would show up, and out of I don't know how many albums I had on there, but only 2 of them were showing up. And I finally figured out ultimately those 2 were the 2 that I had originally loaded on to the memory of the phone itself, not the memory card in the phone. So I started thinking, all right, I got a problem with the memory card. Maybe I need to go buy another memory card. I could walk up to Walmart and get that. But then a couple other things happened, and I started wondering, is it the card or is it the phone? So I started swapping the cards around, trying to figure out what was going on. And I don't know if this is true of other phones, Android, iPhone. I have a Windows phone I'm actually recording on right now. I know that Windows, as hard as Microsoft might try, Windows has a tendency to crash. Or every once in a while you get a situation where you get a corrupted file. And ultimately, I think that's what it was. I was finally facing down, okay, I don't want to go buy a new phone if I don't have to. I don't want to buy a whole new memory card if I don't have to. I said, let's simplify here. Let's start deleting some of the songs off the phone. These are copies of the actual library that I have. So I can delete them off the phone and then just reload them. And so the first thing I do is I go and and this is not a commentary on Bad Company, but I had a couple songs from Bad Company on the phone, so I went to go delete that. It was the first one alphabetically. And I noticed that when I went to go delete those songs, it took forever for the system. I hooked it up to my computer. I hooked the phone up to my computer. It then appears as another hard drive. I went to go delete like 2 files, and it took a good minute and a half. And then I went to go delete the next one, the next artist, I think it was Boston. And again, I'm not deleting because I don't like them. I go to delete it, and immediately it deletes. And that's when it dawned on me. There has to be some index file that like a table of contents for all of the music on the phone. And maybe that file got corrupted. Because after Boston deleted so quickly, I just kind of picked up the phone while it was still connected to the computer, took a look, and all of a sudden all my music was back except the ones I just deleted. So I guess a little tip for you folks: if you run into a problem where your music kind of disappears off your phone, it might just be that. And I've run out of my 5 minutes. I think I started that story just to tell you that I ultimately walked all the way to Walmart anyway, bought myself an avocado, and walked home. And with all the intervening stuff during the day, I was already at like maybe 12,000 steps. So by the end of the day, I hit 19, just shy of 19,000 steps. My legs are rubbery. I was a little bit of like hip pain and stuff like that, but I know from the past experience, I mean, if I don't do anything, if I don't get out and move the next day, it's going to continue to hurt. So here I am on my morning walk. Sorry, I'm crossing the street. Here I am on my morning walk and getting my 3,000 in. Today I'm going to go run over and help my parents with something that will probably chew up a fair amount of steps. And then when I get home, I may have to make up some difference. But bottom line, you put in a lot of steps, the next day you have to get up and do it again. Maybe not as many steps. I've gone over my goal by quite a bit, but I still need to meet my goal. So it may hurt. I mean, if it really hurts, maybe talk to a doctor, but it may hurt, but go out and get it done. And if your phone has a problem like mine, try deleting a couple of files and see if that solves it. Okay, there's a tech tip and a walking tip. Thanks for listening.